Hey y'all, welcome back to Plant and Plate with Mr. Chris. Today we're making a Southern classic and a recipe that's really special to me. It's my grandmother's coconut cream pies, and they always just signaled the holidays to me. This version has a silky custard, a fluffy meringue, some toasted coconut, and it is just an overall great dessert and comfort food at its finest. So let's get making it. For this recipe, go on and get your oven preheated at 350. Now, I'm using frozen pie shells, and no, my grandmother wouldn't be upset by that. It's just easier, it's consistent. You know, if you want to go ham and make your own dough for your pie shells, you do you. This is just easier. So what I did, I got my frozen pie shells out, and I took a fork and I poked holes in it after I let it thaw for about 10 or 20 minutes. We're going to put it in the oven, and we're going to go on and pre-brown these so that they don't soak up too much of the custard. The bottom of the pie shells are good brown and crunchy like a pie shell should be, and not gooey. While the pie shells are in the oven browning, we can go on and start the prep for our custard. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 6 large eggs, and we're going to separate the yolk from the egg whites. And I'll put all the ingredients in the description for you. So in the end, this is what we look like. So I've got my yolk in a bigger bowl because I'm going to use this bowl to make my meringue. So that's going to like fluff up and get bigger. And just put my egg whites in a smaller bowl. Now for all my people that may be starting out cooking, let me show you how to separate your yolk from your egg white. After you get it kind of broke in half, you can let the egg white drop and you can work the yolk back and forth between the two until you get it separated. Being careful not to break the yolk, which I did on that one. Now, really important, you can get egg white in here. It's fine. Don't get egg yolk in here. That will mess up your meringue. So if you break one like I just did, hey, don't worry about it. Put the yolk and everything in here. Don't let it get in here. I'm going to separate these out, and I'll be back with you when it's done. We got the egg yolk separated from the egg white. We're going to set our egg whites to the side. Don't put them back in the fridge. We want them to kind of come up to room temperature. It'll help make your meringue. And then I'm going to get a fork, and we're just going to whisk our egg yolks. Go on and break them up, make them good and smooth. All right. We're going to let them sit. Leave your fork in it because you want to whisk them again before we do it, before we put them in the custard. Now we're going to put our dry ingredients together for our custard. I have 1 1/4 cups of granulated sugar. We're going to dump that in a bowl. And I have a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. Once you get those combined, just take you a fork. We're going to mix those together so that we have a consistent mixture of our dry ingredients. Okay, we're going to start our custard. This is just 1 stick of unsalted butter. And we're going to go ahead and just start getting that to melt over medium heat. Once this thing melts down, we're going to begin making a roux. Okay, I got my butter melted. Now it's time to start putting our dry ingredients in and making that roux. So this is our sugar and flour mixture combined. We're just going to start adding a little at a time, whisking it in until we get a smooth roux, flour type mixture. It'll all start to kind of make a paste. And you want to add it just a little at a time so that you can absorb it and break it down into the butter. Don't just dump the whole thing in there. You'll have a mess on your hands. So I'm going to continue to add mine, whisking it together. I'll show you what my paste looks like in a minute for my roux, and we'll go from there. Okay, we got a roux done. This is kind of the paste you're looking for. It's important after you get it all combined, let it cook for about a minute, 2 minutes. It takes that raw flour granularness out of it and just helps make it a smoother custard. Now you gotta keep moving it. We ain't trying to brown it. We just want it to get warm and kind of soak in that butter and get rid of that raw flour taste. I've already let mine cook for that long, so now it's time to start adding the wet stuff. We're going to start off with our milk. I got 4 cups of whole milk. We're going to gradually add this and whisk it together. We're trying to keep it from being lumpy. If you just pour it all in, you're going to get all kind of lumps, so don't do that. And once you get started, you got to keep stirring it, or it will burn on you. So we're going to add some in. I'm going to begin to break all this paste stuff down into the milk, get it to absorb that, and that's going to start actually turning this thing into custard. Just keep adding a little bit at a time. Be patient. Keep working it, keep stirring it, and I'm going to do that with mine. We'll see you in a minute. Alright, finally got all my milk combined, and you just want to get a smooth mixture. And now it's time to put our eggs to it, and our eggs is what's going to help create the thickening part of our custard. So we're going to do a little thing called tempering our eggs. What you don't want to do is throw your egg yolks directly into your hot milk and flour mixture here, because what will happen, you'll have little pieces of scrambled egg. Nobody wants scrambled egg in their coconut cream pie. So here's how to solve that. This is a 1/4 cup scoop. Remember, I tell you leave your fork in your eggs. We're going to whisk those, and we are going to slowly add this warm milk mixture to our eggs. What it's going to do is help them warm up and keep them from scrambling as soon as they hit that hot milk mixture. Now I'm going to do 2 of these. You want to put about a 1/2 cup in it, but you got to just slowly give it some love as you're doing it. That way your eggs will actually blend into what you're making in the skillet. I'm going to do my other one of these, and then we'll add our eggs. Alright, so you can tell my eggs, it's got my mixture in it. They're still egg yolk though. They're not scrambled eggs. So now we're going to start adding these a little bit at a time. And you got to keep stirring it. Because if you don't keep those eggs moving, they're not going to combine. They're going to turn into scrambled eggs. So we're going to work on this. I'll show you what you got when it's said and done. Alright, kept working on this thing. Got it all mixed together. This is what you're looking for. See how that custard just sits on that spoon? It's not paste, but it's thick. It's pudding-like. That's where you want your custard to be. So we're going to take, now that our custard's ready, we're going to get it off the heat, and then we're going to add the rest of it to give this custard flavor. I'll see y'all in just a second. We got our custard back. Now it's time to add our coconut and the things that's really going to brighten this thing up and make it good. So I've got 7 ounces of unsweetened coconut. If you make this, make sure you get unsweetened coconut, or you will have such a sweet coconut pie you won't want to mess with it. Now, out of the 7-ounce bag, I did hold back about 1/2 cup of coconut, and I'm going to put that on top. So we're going to just take our coconut and begin to mix it in to the custard. Alright, now that I got kind of some of that mixed through, the next thing we're going to add is 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. This is going to brighten up our pie. I'm going to put that in. And we're going to add in a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Now, never put your vanilla extract into what you're cooking, because the heat just on it does actually impact the flavor. That's why we added it here at the end. All right, we're going to mix this up, get all that blended in there really good, and then it'll be time to fill our pies. I'll be right back. Okay, filling our pies. This is what the mixture looks like after you get it all mixed together. Notice you don't see any swirls of like vanilla extract or whatever. Now this recipe makes 2 pies. So we're going to dump part of it. Uh-oh, what the? Hey, it's good. We're going to dump this into our pies. Separate that out. If you don't want 2 pies, you can, of course, cut the ingredients in half. I will tell you though, after you make it, you'll go, dang, I wish I had made 2 pies, because it's just that good. They don't stick around long. I always make 2 of them. Especially around the holidays. This one is my oldest son. It and my coconut cake, they're like his 2 favorite. He's going to ask for one of them about every time I ask him what he wants for dessert. So when I make them, he's eating the heck out of it. So I got to have 2 or everybody won't have anything to eat. All right, we'll be right back. Start on the meringue. So this is my egg yolk. I've had them sitting out, got them up to room temperature. We're going to take our mixer and we're going to begin to beat them. After they begin to foam a little bit, we're going to turn that thing as wide open as we can get it. Now, it will begin to form some smooth peaks. Once it does that, we're going to gradually add our ½ cup of just granulated sugar to it. We're going to beat that in until we get stiff, glossy peaks in this. Once we get there, stop. You don't want to overbeat it. Then we're going to put it on our pies. So I'll give you some video of me doing it just so you can kind of see what's going on. Now let's get started on that. So this is what you get when it's said and done. I mean, you can see it's stiff. Hopefully you can see the glossy look of it. So now we're just going to start putting that on our pies, smoothing it out. And the biggest thing when you get to the edge of your pie, you want to press it down to the pie to kind of seal those edges of your custard. So I'm going to work on this. Now this is that ½ cup of the unsweetened coconut that we had. We're just going to take and sprinkle the top of our meringue. That's going to toast up in the oven, make our pies really pretty and tasty as well. I'll tell you a story as I do this. It was funny. My wife, extraordinaire camera person that she is, helps me video my recipes. She took a picture while I was working on it, put it in the group chat. I told you my oldest loves this recipe. He already sent back like immediately, oh, the coconut pies. So unfortunately, he don't live with me no more, so he gonna have to wait. All right, let's put these things in the oven. We'll take them out, show you what it looks like. You want to leave your pies in the oven on that 350 for about 12 to 15 minutes. We're not really trying to bake the custard anymore. What we're trying to do is brown the meringue, brown the coconut a little bit, check it in 12 minutes, see what you got. Let our pies cool, put them in the refrigerator for an hour. This is what they look like after they're all chilled and done. We're going to cut this thing up and take a taste of it. Oh, looky here. What do you think about this right here, y'all? All right, I'm going to take a taste test of this thing. Here we go. Man, that brings back so many memories of my grandmother's pie and the holidays. Y'all, you gotta make this pie. This recipe is old as the hills, but it is so good. This pretty thing, you sit it down at the holiday table and everybody be going, oh, what is that? It won't disappoint, I promise. Hey y'all, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more from us, hit the subscribe button. We do a video every week. And hey, hit that bell. That way you can get notified. What's that crazy guy done now? If you do decide to make this, leave me a comment. Let me know how it turned out for you. I hope that you have a wonderful holiday. If you make this, I hope it brings people around your dinner table and helps you make memories. We'll see you down the road. God bless.